Welcome to Two Footed, a show about the lunacy that surrounds football. We bring you the proper stories, the important stories, but mainly is that even a story? Stories. Well, what has happened since we were last here? Well, football's back. And now it's gone again. But I quickly remembered during that time that I don't really want to watch West Ham versus Bournemouth at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday night. I also realised that the real damage the mid-season break inflicted was encouraging pundits to think they're celebrities. Jamie Carragher stars in this video released by Sky Sports, positing Gary Neville as a kind of Jason Bourne figure on the run after Liverpool's title win. Obviously, it's completely and utterly demented. Who is this for? Because I don't want this. My dad definitely doesn't want this. My dad wants to see two men in brown suits talking about 4-4-2. Why is Jamie Redknapp wearing a polo neck? I'm sick of this. There's no way that Carragher thought his life would end up in this level of indignity. Of course, Jamie Carragher did famously spit in a teenager's face. People have been cancelled for less, I think it's fair to say. I want to be so good at my job one day that I spit in a teenager's face and they're like, you can stay. Is Gary Neville the victim of workplace bullying? He's not even in this film. They've had to find a small, angry Mancunian to pretend to be Gary Neville.
So you're auditioning for the part of the back of Gary Neville's head? Take it away. A bit more Mancunian? Needs to be angrier. As if you've won 8 Premier League titles. Wow. This guy's good.
One pundit who's really leaning into his kind of villain status as the football equivalent of Simon Cowell, with about as good fashion sense and definitely as much campness, is Roy Keane. Roy Keane sounds like a kind of pernickety Irish mum.
Get close to people, move your feet.
Teresa, have you heard about the girls? Don't get me started on that De Gea. Definitely got some kind of thesaurus he consults in the ad breaks which only list negative words relating to shame.
I am flabbergasted, shocking, disgusted with it. I'm fuming. I am staggered at Maguire. That was a shambles.
What shall I go with? Disgrace? Shambles? Shambles. Shambles sounds better. I'll go with shambles. This is a performance designed to go viral. He's like Michael Gambon in this. He's the saltiest ham I have ever seen.
He's got such a range of delivery. Like, look at this end bit of the video.
Well done.
Well done. I hope you're happy. He's so self-aware, he knows what he's done. You've watched to the end like the hideous hog YouTube lover that you are, and he's got you.
I'm Jack Harris. I am the science correspondent for Two Footed. And in the lockdown, due to the lack of actual sporting events, sports journalists turned to science in order to fulfil their weekly article quota. This led to literally 5 articles about football and science, but the one that piqued my interest the most was a BBC Sport article about goal sizes and the debate about whether they should be changed. The first line read, "University researchers are trying to find out whether footballers have got taller since the game was invented." Now I'm going to say we don't need to go on with the rest of the article because it's pretty simple. Was the game invented in the future? No, then they have got taller. It's only when you read on that you realise what this whole facade of a science experiment is actually for. Because it's at that point that they ask that fans help gather evidence by uploading copies of football stickers. That's it. They just want to look at old football stickers. Fair enough, but just say that. Don't say it's because if governing bodies want to use changing player heights as justification for changing goal sizes, it's important that the decisions are based on solid data. That is not how football organisations work. The introduction of the golden goal was not based on solid data. That was based on an all-night Christmas party at FIFA where someone said, "Remember when you used to play last goal wins at school? See? Let's do that. See? But like in the World Cup. See? Dan, are you alright? See? See? Let's play a game under the sea." That is too far. And yes, it would be easy for me to dismiss this as a crock of shite and ask why it's on a national news site. But as a scientist, I feel obliged to help, which is why I'm submitting some of my favourite football stickers and cards from my own collection. I've got the 1932 Johnny Happenstance. He was 7'3", but had a playing height of 5'1" because he wore his shoes on his knees. The 1890 classic Tonking Stonkton, West Bromwich Albion player, first foreign player to play in the English League. Lots of controversy, should he be allowed to play, should he not? Great header of the ball, 18 foot, died at 25. And Simon McGinty, 1964, one of the tallest to play in the modern era. Back in the day when they included hair in the height, 9 foot, big target man. When it comes to science and football, always happy to help.
In the absence of real crowds, some clubs gave their fans the delightful opportunity to pay £45 to have a blurry picture of themselves attached to a piece of cardboard and sat near the pitch. Obviously, this led to some classic football japes, people putting pictures of Chris Kamara in sunglasses, putting pictures of their dogs, people putting pictures of Osama bin Laden who masterminded 9/11. So, who would be the best crowdies to see in a lockdown football match?
Finding out a footballer's nan, sticking it in one of the crowdies.
Yeah. Look at B12. Nan?
A picture of them doing a Mexican wave.
But their arms will be cut off because it's not the right shape.
Or you just buy the two behind it to do one for either arm.
4 words for me, dog in a wig.
If you're losing a game and you look up and there's a dachshund.
Wearing a pink afro, yeah.
Keeper's looking up being like, is that my dead nan? Oh no, it's an Alsatian in a wig.
This is not like 50p or whatever. This is like 25 to 45 quid.
Oh, mate. 25 to 40 quid for Osama bin Laden.
You guys are all of the belief that Osama bin Laden didn't send his own image in.